The top 5% of any field makes disproportionately more money compared to the other 95%. So if you are using ChatGPT just as a documentation tool, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. The right way I found to use is actually to help me learn skills as a UX designer faster, so I can get into that 5% faster. Based on Anders Ericsson's expertise, how we get our skills in a deliberate way has three main components. First is to actually identify the skills you are weak at. Practicing your strengths actually won't improve you much and will lead to a plateau, because you gotta find the bottlenecks so that you can actually get to the next stage. The second is finding the right way, right exercises to practice that weakness so that it can become a strength. And the third one is, as you do the reps and exercises, you want to get feedback on potential ways and areas where you can improve. So far, we have only been able to do this with actual one-on-one mentors who are more senior than you, like senior designers. But most of you, and includes me as well, we don't have access to senior designers on our team. So how do we actually use ChatGPT to stimulate this learning experience? So if we go to actual ChatGPT, one of the things that we can type is, what kind of soft skills I need to learn to master, let's say, visual design.
A few moments later.
Alright, so once we actually type, ChatGPT actually gives you a couple of items that you can actually look into. You might want to go a bit deeper usually to pick the area you want to learn. So one way you can do this is to actually pick an item in the list it provides and ask if ChatGPT can go deeper on that. And it's generating.
A few moments later.
So it gave us some certain sub skills like color theory and typography. Now we have to ask what kind of exercises, let's say, we will need to do to master color. And we ask it now to get the exercise type. So one of the ways it suggested is to actually create a mood board. So if we were to, let's say, go on and take a screenshot of Apple's entire page and put it on our Figma, we can actually get the colors they use there and kind of create a mood board where we will see different colors, and we might try to identify why certain colors actually work when they are actually put together. So we understand not only the importance of the individual colors and what they signal, but also how they work and relate together. Now I will do the same for UI UX design. I will ask ChatGPT, hey, what are some skills I need to master as a UX designer so that I can get better at my craft? So how would you get better at skills for UX design? So I'm going to do the same thing and ask.
A few moments later.
So it generated us a couple of options, roughly 8 to 10 items, and what I want to now learn is, I want to delve deeper in, let's say, one of the skills, user interaction. And then it began suggesting something like user flows, and I am going to delve deeper into exercises for mastering user flows. User flows. Alright, so it offered me 3 exercises to practice user flows, and I'm gonna pick the first one, which is task-based user flow. So we will pick, let's say, a common task or a scenario of a, let's say, a mobile application, and that can be like, hey, the sign-up process. I want to find out how to create the sign-up screens workflow for the user to sign up fast. And then what we can do is that once we are done designing that workflow, we can ask for a checklist to review our work so that we can find our weaknesses and what we have to focus next time we do the exercise.
A few moments later.
Now there are some items here, and again, ChatGPT, and I'm gonna stop it. Some of these items are pretty vague for us to check, but there are some points where we have the like Inadequate mobile or responsive consideration, this matters. Lack of clarity or consistency, neglecting error handling and those states if they fail to sign up, etc. might be things that beginner designers might miss when they first create their sign up workflow, and this helps you basically go over and find your mistakes faster. Though ChatGPT, we are gonna play a role play, and they are gonna play as an HR who is trying to not budge based on the salary request I make. So while the role play is important, one thing I found out is to have a constraint, which is we are playing an HR candidate role play, but I really wanted the ChatGPT to not budge on the salary recommendation. So we have to improve our persuasion skills to see if we can beat it.
A few moments later.
And the way ChatGPT came back is, hey, after I shared with it the range I found, hey, salary depends a lot on location, etc., etc. So now it's asking me, how can I actually have evidence of this suggestion? Why do I deserve this salary?
A few moments later.
Hold in the city and province. And we are saying, hey, this is the current average we found. Yes, I passed my goals, and let's say I passed all my goals, and yes, I achieved all my goals. My performance review with my manager. And then we go back and forth, and we are getting deeper into the consideration here. And this is very good to hear different kind of comebacks to this conversation you can have, and it is good to keep an idea to do this before going into these meetings. We could have done this for stakeholder meetings as well, just to see if, let's say, a person will oppose our design solution, just to see what kind of comebacks or arguments they can come up with. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video, and if you love this video, you will especially love how to use ChatGPT solely for visual design.